Every family has a monster in the mailbox. But one Tuesday, the Buck family's mailbox held something different. Something shiny. A pre-approved credit card offer. Gold. Glossy. Congratulations, Ray Buck. You've been approved for a $3,000 limit. Ray read it the way other men read a winning lottery ticket. $3,000, he breathed. They are just giving it to me. They're not giving it to you, Dad, said Zoe, appearing at his elbow. It's basically free money, Ray declared. They would in time become his famous last words. And somewhere in letters too small to read, an interest rate smiled. The card arrived a week later, gold and gleaming. Ray held it like treasure. It's not spending, he explained to Nadia. Technically, it's the bank's money. Nadia crossed her arms. And when do you pay the bank back? Later. That's future Ray's problem. And future Ray is loaded. First swipe, pizza night for the whole family. Ray the hero. The table filled with pizza. The kids cheered. Ray felt 10 feet tall. Second swipe, that cordless drill he'd been eyeing. Finally, third, new headphones for Tyler. Just because. Ray, the generous king, swiped and swiped. See, he told the empty jar. Nothing bad happened. Zoe watched the spending with growing alarm and updated her ledger. Dad, do you know what APR means? Nope. And I feel great. So Zoe explained. A credit card isn't money. It's a loan. Every swipe you're borrowing. If you pay it all back each month, it's free. If you don't, they charge you interest. How much interest? Nadia asked. Zoe's face went grim. About 24% a year. Ray waved it away. I'll pay it off. Easy. But the swiping continued. A nice dinner out. A gadget. A jacket. Little swipes. It doesn't even feel like real money, Ray said. And that was the trap. It never feels like real money. That's the whole design. By the end of the month, Ray had spent, well, he honestly wasn't sure how much. Ray, Nadia said, how much is on that card? A number. A fun number. Zoe tallied it in her ledger. Her eyebrows climbed toward her hairline. Dad, it's $1,100. The kitchen went very quiet. Then the mail came. A plain white envelope. The statement. Ray opened it, still confident. Minimum payment, $35. He relaxed instantly. $35. That's nothing. That, said Zoe quietly, is the trap. She started doing the math in her ledger. If you only ever pay the minimum, it'll take you 4 years to pay off $1,100. And along the way, you'll pay almost $600 in interest, on top of what you spent. Ray stared. $600 extra. For nothing. For borrowing, Zoe said. That's what interest is. It's rent you pay on money. Ray looked at the drill. The headphones. Suddenly, none of it looked free. The free money, Nadia said gently, was never free. But it's only $35 a month, Ray started. $35 a month for 4 years plus $600 extra, Zoe repeated. It finally landed. Ray sat down heavily. I did the exact thing I told Tyler not to do last week. In the doorway, Tyler tried very hard not to gloat. Okay, Ray said, sitting up. Okay. How do we fix it? Zoe flipped to a fresh page, the payoff plan. Rule 1, stop using the card. Cut it up, freeze it, whatever it takes. So Ray, dramatically, put the card in a cup of water and froze it in the freezer. There, he said. Now I literally cannot swipe on impulse. Rule 2, pay way more than the minimum. And the family found the money the honest way, the same way they always did. Nadia picked up an extra billing shift. Ray sold the fancy headphones. Tyler handed them back without a word. Ray returned the drill. Again, and Zoe chipped in from her business on principle. Bit by bit, the balance came down. It took a few tight months, but no 4-year trap and no $600 in interest. The day Ray paid it down to 0, he almost cried. So Ray concluded, credit cards are evil. No, Zoe said, raising a finger. That's the twist. A credit card is just a tool. Like a hammer. It's not good or bad. Pay it off in full every single month, and it's genuinely free. Even helpful. It builds your credit and protects your purchases if something goes wrong. The danger was never the card. It's carrying a balance. So it's only free money, Ray said slowly, if I treat it like it's not free money. Now you get it, Zoe grinned. Ray thawed the card out of its ice cube and dried it off. New rule, he said. I only swipe what's already in the jar. If the money's not there, the card stays home. He put it in a drawer. That week he used it for gas and paid it off that Friday in full. No interest. Nothing owed. The tool used right. Look at you, Nadia smiled. Responsible, don't make it weird, said Ray. And the buck jar, meanwhile, kept its slow, steady climb. Ray stuck the paid in full statement on the fridge. A trophy. So, said Tyler, we all learned that Zoe's always right. Don't. Make it weird, I know, Zoe finished, grinning. And the Bucks went to bed a little wiser and a little less broke. And now Zoe's ledger, where the smallest buck explains the biggest idea. Today's rule, a credit card is not free money. It's a loan. Every time you swipe, you're borrowing. And that's totally fine if you pay it back in full each month. Do that and you pay 0 interest, and the card's a handy, even useful tool. But pay only the minimum, and interest, usually north of 20%, piles up fast. An $1,100 mistake quietly becomes a $1,700 one, dragged out for years. Interest is just rent you pay for using someone else's money. My dad found that out the hard way. He froze his card in a cup of ice. The card isn't the villain. Carrying a balance is. So here's the trick. Never swipe more than you've already got saved. If the money's not in the jar, the card stays home. Pay in full every single time, and free money can actually be free. That's not being cheap. That's you being the boss of your money, instead of the bank being the boss of you. From the other room, I heard that, Zoe. You're welcome, Dad. She held up a credit card in one hand and a little jar in the other. A tool, not a treasure. Know the difference? Just then Ledger the dog trotted by with the frozen card, ice cube and all in his mouth. Dad's gonna want that back. See you next week.